Hey you guys, it's your girl Kamika. Welcome back to the lovemakeba official YouTube channel. We are on VEDA number 15 and I wanted to do this VEDA early because I just finished VEDA 14, which will be uploaded in a couple of hours, and I wanted you to be able to um, really chew on that before you get into this one. But because I was in my flow, I wanted to give it to you a little bit early, because I think it's going to be very helpful for you. I mean, that whole VEDA, I think, is going to be helpful, even to the point where I make about getting yourself a health and beauty home, a beauty home with your healthcare professionals, your cosmetology or skin and yeah, your cosmetology professionals, a good stylist if you so need one, and even a paramedical professional like a trichologist could be very, very helpful um, in helping you with your hair care needs. In addition to, like I said, a really great brand that is supportive of having a beauty home in a sense. So check out that video first before you watch this one. If you got to this one first, put this one on pause, go check out that video, because some of the things that I'm going to tell you in this video are going to be answered in that video and be very helpful. It'll help bring the whole picture together. And just so you know, these videos are a video every day in August. I am shooting off the cuff here. I am not going back to edit these in any way, so sometimes I may say things with a little slip of the tongue, but understand the context, and then sometimes check in my comment section if I knowingly said something in error, because I talk fast and I think even faster. I'll usually correct myself down in the comment section, but no, my heart is to make sure you get really good research and knowledge here. And then lastly, as I always say, this information is not a substitute for you talking to your doctor. Kamika is not a doctor. This is research. This is some of the evidence-based knowledge that I have gained, and what I often use with our line. So that's my disclaimer. It's not a substitute. So what is VEDA number 15? VEDA number 15 comes to us from one of our Makeba loves over on our IG channel. And this is Dr. Shalai asked, I always see products that promote hair growth for balding areas. Are there any that actually work for scarring alopecia? Now, Dr. Shalai, I cannot tell you if all these other products work. I can only tell you that when I look at their ingredients, I'll know if something has a potential to be effective or not. I'm aware of several natural ingredients that can help with alopecia, various forms of alopecia, and I'm also aware of penetration enhancers and things like that, and actives that can help, but it doesn't mean it's going to work for everyone, and they will not all work at the degree that some of your more clinical pharmacological treatments will work. They're not. They should never be designed to help in that way. They should be designed to either slow down some things or enhance the effects of other things. But we're dealing with cosmetics, and those are pharmacy drugs. Okay, and I'm going to get into those. So first things first, let me explain to you what scarring alopecia is. Scarring alopecia is called, actually scientifically, central cicatricial centrifugal alopecia. What does centrifugal cicatricial alopecia, or CCCA for short, means? Central means it starts at the center of your scalp. Centrifugal means it draws away from your scalp in a or from the center of your scalp to the extremities of your scalp in a circular pattern. Cicatricial means it scars or creates lesions on your scalp, and alopecia means hair loss. So that's what CCCA actually means. And I want to read you some information from one of my reference sources as to what scarring alopecia kind of actually is and does. Cicatricial or scarring alopecia follows the permanent destruction of hair follicles, either by a disease affecting the follicles themselves in the form of primary cicatricial alopecia or by an external process. And the scarring arises in part because of the damage caused by an inflammatory infiltrate to follicular stem cells at the bulge region. So I want you guys to go back and reference a previous beta. I think it's probably beta either number 12 or 13, where I talk about the hair growth stages, and I actually talk about the structure of the hair a little bit there. And you'll get a better idea of what CCCA actually is and does. Patients with CCCA generally present with complaints of itching, soreness, scaling, or scalp discharge. So, who does CCCA, and it has various forms, but who does CCCA generally affect? Well, they generally affect predominantly Black women or women of African descent. Can it affect other people? Yes, it can. But I would say about maybe around 85 to 90% of the cases of CCCA are Black women. Years ago, it used to be called hot comb alopecia. But since then, a lot of research and knowledge has improved on it. So, and a lot of us don't use hot combs anymore. So, really, what you're finding is that a lot of our hair care practices can, in a sense, exacerbate it and even possibly help to bring it on. But it is an inflammatory condition. And as we discussed before, alopecia tends to be somewhat hereditary. Is not somewhat, I shouldn't have said it like that. Alopecia. Alopecia is an autoimmune disease. So scarring, that's what scarring alopecia is. So let's get back to Dr. Shalai's question as to if topical hair growth treatments can help with scarring alopecia. And the question, and really my answer is possibly, but it depends. And I say that because if you notice thinning in your crown area, time is of the essence. You should immediately be getting yourself an appointment with a dermatologist to have them look at your scalp. You want to make sure that you deal with it quickly and expediently, because this alopecia is very aggressive and can move very fast. And once those hair follicles are scarred over, no more hair can grow from that area. Now there are other still treatments that are, what is the word that I'm looking for? I always forget this word, that are not just exploratory, but they are experimental treatments like dermal rolling and things like that. But if you find that you are thinning in your crown area or have any form of alopecia, you need to take yourself right on over and get an appointment with a dermatologist. Don't be afraid to go see the doctor, because the longer you wait on this, the less and less your hair will have the ability to recover. So, topical solutions, can they work? Yeah, if they're designed properly, formulated properly, and if you get them in production early or in use early enough, yeah, they can work. But most of the women that I've run into with hair loss issues have waited years and years, hiding their hair under braids and wigs and other things, and they have allowed their hair to thin over time. See, here's the thing. Most of the time, scarring alopecia affects women between the ages of 40 and 60 years. But that's the general understanding of it. But it doesn't mean that you can't get it early or you can't get it later. I'm serious. When you start to see the thinning, you need to immediately go see your doctor. At the very least, go see a trichologist who can refer you to a dermatologist who specializes in hair pathologies. Because I believe all dermatologists are trained to identify hair pathologies, but there are some that have made this hair pathology their bread and butter, and they really know how to deal with these kinds of issues expediently. Now, you have your natural topical solutions like your natural DHT blockers, Hope Renewed being one of them. We have put it into field trials and we have seen great results with it. But still, that is a topical cosmetic solution. You may need a medical pharmacological solution, something like, let's say, a minoxidil or finasteride or PPP or what is it, POP, blood platelet treatment, plasma platelet treatment. I can't remember the acronym for that. You may need steroid injections in your scalp. So those are clinical treatments. The cosmetic ones, like a Hope Renew, which, like I said, has been very effective, should be secondary to you going to see the doctor first. And I can't repeat that enough. Make what we do secondary. Make that what you use in the interim while you are scheduling that appointment to your doctor, and then take it with you to the doctor and show them what you're using. I stand behind our products. I've been there and done that. So that is why I can make the products that I make with a clear conscience and know that they're going to be effective, and that they'll stand up against any vetting and rigor. But you should not use cosmetic products as a replacement for going to see the doctor, because you may have underlying ailments and other issues that you're not aware of, like diabetes, like other atopic conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. You may have heart issues. You may have, other, like I said, other conditions, many I can't think of right now, just that you need to have dealt with, that just may have not presented in your body to where you're dealing with them, but they're showing up in your hair. You may have vitamin and mineral deficiencies. You need to go see your doctor. So, Dr. Shalai, yes, topical solutions can help, but know what the product is, read up on the ingredients. If you're so inclined, test out the products, mark and track your results, and then use them in conjunction with the advice of your physician or your beauty home. I want you guys to start using that word regularly now. I want to put it into the healthy hair care atmosphere. Beauty home. Your beauty home should be your dermatologist, your licensed cosmetologist if you use one on the regular, even if you're using them to get your hair trimmed or to get your colors, or just for hair knowledge and advice from a practitioner. Your trichologist should be part of your beauty home. And then a brand that has ingredients that you can trust and has not provided adverse effects to your body. That's your beauty home. I may even add a few more professionals in there as we go along, but that is what that should answer your question, Dr. Shalai. I was about to get on the soapbox for real, girl. I was about to say, and then, but I'm going to bring myself back. So yes, Dr. Shalai, I hope that answers your questions. And as always, you guys, if you have any questions that you would like for me to answer, or if you just want to leave a comment or tell us how we're doing, I would appreciate it if you did it in our comments section. I also would appreciate that if you haven't already and are beginning to really trust my knowledge and experience and want to learn more about our products, and also just want to be supportive, that you would subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it with those that you think it may be helpful to. And if you would like to receive some of this information in your email inbox, subscribe to our newsletter. And of course, we have great products over at lovemakeba.com. But that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. Love you much. Be safe, be careful, invest in a beauty home, and let's live a great life. All right, bye. Mwah.